Scatino could face manslaughter charges and up to 15 years in prison. A judge today placed him under house arrest while the court considers the charges. Now, the Italian Coast Guard continues to search for survivors as divers struggle to move through a labyrinth of debris and furniture. Joan Fleser and Brian Aho were on the cruise with their daughter, Alana, and were fortunate enough to escape. They arrived home in Albany early this morning in New York State. Good to have both of you with us. Appreciate your taking the time. And let me just start by asking you about your reaction. I know you can hear the anger and the frustration, the Port Authority Coast Guard there telling Captain Scatino, Christ, it's your job to be there, and him fighting back. What's your reaction when you hear that, given that you were there that day?
Well, it's incredible to believe that the man just left the ship, and with everything that was going on, people dying, people panicking, with no direction from anywhere, and he just up and left the ship. You know, it's just incomprehensible.
It's pretty hard to maintain a chain of command when the top man leaves the boat.
Let me ask you, Brian, what happened to you? You know, you got on the deck as you ran out of dinner, and were trying to get life jackets. What happened, and how did other people trying to escape treat you? It seemed like a Darwinian moment.
Well, when we first got up onto the deck 4, where the lifeboats were, my first priority was finding life jackets, and I went to the first few lockers along the gunnel, and there were no life jackets in them at all. Finally, on about the 3rd or 4th locker, there were 3 in the bottom of it, and I dove in it, absolutely dove in it. Took them out and started fighting my way through the crowd back to Joan and Alana. And people were just grabbing at the life jackets, trying to pull them out of my hands. And luckily, I was holding them like a football that they couldn't get them away. I got them to Joan, first to Alana, then one to Joan. And then a woman tried to pull the life jacket away from Joan and actually tore it in half. So I gave her mine, and then I don't even remember where I found another one. And so we all 3 had the equipment we needed.
Joan, what was your memory of exactly what happened at that time, and were there moments of heroism from other passengers, or was it really panic and some horrible moments, like people trying to grab your life jacket off your body?
Yeah. Well, there was panic. Every time the lights went out, people would start screaming, and there was utter chaos. As far as heroism, I have to commend my daughter. She saw one little girl with a life vest that was literally as big as she, and Alana, who had a smaller life vest, you know, took hers, gave it to the little girl so that she would have something more suitable for herself. She was helping the children. There were children there that were being squashed just by the pressings of the crowds, and she was really trying to help the children. Some people really tried to get control of the crowds just by trying to get silence so that people would listen to the announcements, to stop pushing. Right. And every now and then people would like catch their breath and settle down a little bit, but then if there was another jerking of the ship, the panic would just start all over again.
Brian, if you could talk to Captain Scatino tonight, what would you say to him?
Boy, that's a tough one. I think I'm going to have to let the courts and take care of that, but he'd have to realize how angry the whole world probably is at him at this point, and certainly he's ruined the reputation of the professional captains around the world, and he certainly hasn't helped the Costa line.
All right, well, Joan and Brian, thank you so much, and glad that you are back home safe and at home, and your daughter as well. We appreciate your coming on tonight.